Hit it, Daddy.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
You better go somewhere and beat your
He stays in my mouth.
Oh, you gotta give him that huck.
Calm the fuck down.
He stays in my mouth.
If I can get a quickie in.
Oh, you gotta give him that.
Calm the fuck down.
You know what they say? See a broad to get that booty yak 'em, leg her down or smack 'em, yak 'em.
He stays in my mouth.
Well, I guess you plant two lips.
not when they like when they do it with each other and the other person jumps in. Just the one that.
And I got to give it to you a little bit more.
What? What?
Tonight.
What?
I played with it earlier this week when I was giving out the love messages.
You played with it? What did you say?
You just keep sliding that on in, don't you? Woo, speaking of bad.
Be honest, Gamby. I've never had an ounce of respect for you. I just thought you were the lamest, dumbest person I'd ever met. Just somebody who was fucking nothing. Just some. Fuck him.
You're the kind of woman that I could give a lot of game. As much as you retire, love. Well, maybe you don't have to ask. And I'd give you love. Hey, that's that jam.
Stays in my mouth.
Calm the fuck down.
You gotta give him that huck to it.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
He stays in my mouth.
Yo, 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 yo. Peace, palm, prosperity to the village gang. You already know what's up. Y'all know what we're here to do. Y'all already know. G under. What's up, boy? Usual suspects. Misty up in here. Teresa's 8 up in here. Legend up in here. A-Team slid true. Wolfman is in here. Big salute to all y'all already know how we get down. No time to clown around. But we got a little clown shit today. This has been a long week already. We're gonna take a minute, laugh a little bit. But we definitely got Jasmine Crockett on the docket. She gonna spin like a sprocket. Chill, relax. I'm not doing that today. We got Candace going at the feds today. Couple of ones, these 2 other videos. I got a video about real women. I guess they beefing with trans women or some shit like that. I haven't seen it yet. That might be something cool. Y'all already know. Let me add this one right here. He and I is him, slim, trim, and built to win. He and I, Granny's baby. Numero uno. Your humble host. Hyper grateful. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate all the button hitting. Appreciate the donations. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support in all different manners, in all different sorts. Welcome to Town Square. We don't have no court. At least not tonight. Yo. Gang shit. Shit screen.
But your life does not. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bruh. We gonna keep this? Nigga. I can't even reach it, bro. This is an expected end. But your life does not. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bruh. We gonna keep this? Nigga. I can't even reach it, bro. This is an expected end. But your life.
Yo, you can tell she got a good disposition about her, dog. You can tell she got a good disposition. Like even as I guess it's kind of embarrassing. I guess it's embarrassing. Even with that bullshit, she just kept it smooth. You could tell people like she got a good disposition. She give a joke, she could take a joke. She realized when she's the bottom of the joke, I guess. But she got hella hair though. You can see how her hair is tied down. It ain't bald. Like she got hair on her head. But I guess she ain't feel like doing it today.
Life does not.
And the shit felt so damn smooth, dog. It was slow motion. It just disappeared.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Bruh. We gonna keep this? Nigga. I can't even reach it, bro. This is an expected end. But your life does not. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bruh.
See, she got hella hair on her head. Look like it's braided up.
I can't even reach it, bro.
Bro, fucks with it, bro. I like her disposition though. I like how she took it on the chin like a G. Shit happens. She ain't bug out. Nothing crazy. Nice and easy. Play it nice and smooth. Check my dog out. Streets is rough out there for my G. You heard? You don't got none. That damn outfit though, boy. You take that shit back. You take that fucking outfit back. Oh. Here we go. AI done struck again. But
Next time you come home smelling like dick and disappointment, I'm baptizing your ass in bleach and leaving y'all on the fucking church steps. Granny, I ain't like these other hoes. The fuck? The only difference between you and them is they leave when the train's done. You stay and ask for seconds, fucking dirty bitch.
Granny, I'm trying to turn my life around.
Bitch, you can't even turn your panties inside out without getting a yeast infection. Sit the fuck down somewhere.
Grandma, what's for dinner? I'm starving.
Nothing now. Go back to sleep before I tell y'all mom what I caught your nasty ass doing with my lotion. Granny, why don't nobody take me serious? Because you look like a yeast infection in dollar store lashes. Now shut up and go parent them crusty ass kids. Granny, you see my baby daddy? Yeah, I saw him crawling out your cousin's window and gagging on regret. Get some self-respect if your dumb ass can even spell it. Granny, do you think I'm trashy? Bitch, if Section 8 had a mascot, it'd be your crusty, musty ass in a tube top with a fucking Plan B receipt hanging out your purse.
Granny, you got any advice for me?
Close your fucking legs, open a damn book, and stop raising your kids on Wi-Fi and McDoubles, you dusty-ass TikTok hoe.
Granny, I'm trying to be a better person.
Try harder, bitch. You've been ran through more than my washer, and that bitch don't even work no more. Next time you come home...
this fucking AI is out of control, man. This fucking AI is gone. AI is fucking gone, son. It's gone. You know, nah, it's gone. You have to start pulling metadata and all the other shit to see if shit real. Oh, we got. Check this one out. What we got? What we got? What we got?
I'm so pale. You're on it. Today's snow is crippling much of the Washington lowlands.
Say their final goodbyes to this fallen Louisville police officer, D.D. Mangudu.
A slight chance of some it's rain. It's going to bring a possibility of some rain.
Well, the sign says that it's 4 quarters for an hour, but a quarter only gets you 15 minutes. Yeah. So if my math is correct, that's not an hour.
That's not an hour.
Not an
but
hour.
It is. And also,
A quarter, 15 minutes. I just can't understand how something so small can be so impressive.
Well, Mark, you would know about that. Thank you very much.
Over the last 2 years, hundreds have landed in the Summit County Medical Examiner's office.
My brother used to break in our house and steal the TV.
But now he's dead.
Keep your pride flags and wear rainbow colors at Pago Bay tomorrow afternoon. I'm so pale.
What?
You're on it. Today's snow is crippling much of the Washington lowlands.
Say their final goodbyes to this fallen Louisville police officer, D.D. Mangudu.
A slight chance of some it's rain. It's going to bring a possibility of some rain.
Well, the sign says that it's 4 quarters for an hour, but a quarter only gets you 15 minutes. Yeah. So if my...
She said, fuck it, it's rain. It's rain. It's rain.
My math is correct. That's not an hour.
That's not an hour.
Not an
but
hour.
Something wrong with Buddy, for sure. Something wrong with him, for sure.
it is. And also,
A quarter, 15 minutes. I just can't understand how something so small can be so impressive.
Well, Mark, you would know about that. Thank you very much.
That's cold-blooded, G. Exactly, Nick. Exactly. She smoked his heels on that one, G. He must have did something to her. He must have ain't called her back or something.
Over the last 2 years, hundreds have landed in the Summit County Medical Examiner's office.
My brother used to break in our house and steal the TV.
But now he's dead.
Keep your pride flags and wear rainbow colors at Pago Bay tomorrow afternoon. I'm so pale. You're on it.
Oh shit, have mercy. Oh my god. Look at this goofy ass shit. My neck, my back. Oh, fuck. Not everybody deserves internet, man. Everybody don't deserve to have the internet. Definitely a big back, G. For sure. You're definitely a linebacker, Frank. Who would name they? You know what? That ain't my child. Ain't my child. I ain't got to worry about it. Nope, don't got to worry about it.
Accused of signing total gibberish. This time it was at the police news conference announcing an arrest in the Tampa serial killings.
We will be charging 4 counts of first-degree murder.
Standing off to the side, apparently translating every word, this woman.
We received over 5,000 tips in this case.
But it turns out much of what she was signing was nonsense. She waved her arms around like she was singing Jingle Bells, says one outraged sign language expert. The woman, identified as Derlin Roberts, has a string of arrests for fraud. So how did she come to be translating at last week's high-profile police news conference?
I just didn't ask enough questions.
Accused of signing total gibberish. This time it was at the police news conference announcing an arrest.
Imagine really needing sign language. Imagine really needing it. And you turn it onto the news, to the police conference, and you see that bullshit. These motherfuckers here off the fucking scale, bruh. Oh, let me remove this. Put some shit flash around this motherfucker. Nobody's supposed to see. If was it D on the gang. So that shit's so damn funny, bruh. Imagine you be the one that really needs sign language to comprehend what the fuck really going on, G.
What the hell you over here doing?
I'm finna change the sign.
Oh, the hell you not? Watch out. It's a man job.
I know that's right. All right, baby.
Hey, baby, what you doing? Put that damn water down here. Get the bread. That's the woman job. Water. That's a man job.
Right.
Whoa. What you doing?
I'm taking the trash out.
It's a man's job, baby. Get your ass in the house.
I know that's right. Baby, what you doing?
I'm just vacuuming, baby. Straightening up.
Oh, okay. I know that's right.
Girl, no. To the no. Yeah, to the no.
Got him. She fucking got him. Fuck. See what else we got in the vault, dog. We got some shit in the vault. What's this?
Your Honor, I cannot be married to that man anymore. I'm sorry. He spies on me. He goes through my laundry, my personal belongings, my journals, my receipts.
He's in your business.
Yes, very much so.
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. We couldn't be more in love. She treats me like a king. Every time she comes home, she jumps right in the shower before she even sees me so that she's clean for me.
I see how that would mean something to you.
She does wonderful things for me all the time.
Like what, for example?
She hides little knickknacks around the house for me to find, and then I find
Like
them.
what kind of knickknacks?
You know, the other night she hid a condom, and I found it, and it was,
what size condom was it?
A large.
Gold wrapper?
Yeah.
Is that your kind?
No, I'm gonna use a small.
Order.
No one was saying anything.
You shut it up.
Okay.
I'm out of order.
Okay.
I had no business asking you your condom size, and I should chastise myself and find me in my own contempt.
Your Honor, no, listen, she loves me. Just the other day, in fact, she hid this shoe under my bed.
Right.
And as a little lover's game. And she said, when I find the other shoe, we're going to have a little lovers.
That is a very popular shoe. I believe that's on the top 100 shoes.
I want to kill you,
Hey, that's a perfectly good shoe. Shoot it. Get him.
Your Honor, I cannot be married to that man anymore.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, God. Buddy put his foot up there. He missing the shoe. Boy, that cat with himself else, boy. Look at this wild ass shit right here, dog. I think this is Shula. I think it's a Shula King video. I'm not sure. Either way, this shit dead wrong. What's up, guys? Music. Can't play the music. Look at this shit. Yeah, it is Shula. It is Shula King vid. Shout out to Shula King. Big salute. Blade, Tree Star. What up? Never in my life, not for a second, not for a tenth of a second, I would ever have this thought in my mind. What the fuck is he on? Excuse me. That was gross. My bad. What the fuck is this, yo? Have y'all, is this a real thing that's going on in society that I just ain't run across yet? Because he's trying on different outfits with it. He's trying to make this shit into a whole fucking thing. Oh shit, I ain't shared it. Good look. Struggle is real. What the fuck is this shit, yo? Is this a new trend? Is this a real thing? I've not seen this. Thank God. Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. What the fuck is that type of what? 18. I think I agree with you on that one, yo. I don't. Not for this shit wouldn't even come to my thought processes, much less me having the full thought about it to then go into my wallet, to then purchase it, to then take it home, to then put it on, to turn on the camera. What the fuck is this shit, bro? We watch it over, dog. This shit is no fruit roll up. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like, Blade. That's exactly what the fuck it looked like. And the shit's shiny. Fuck no, G. I ain't jacking it. I ain't jacking it, bro.
Yo, this guy right here is mad sketchy.
You ain't gotta worry, girl. I won't kidnap you. You mad ugly. And fat.
Oh my God. You even with plat. Ain't nobody going for that shit.
Yo, shout for season, man. Shout for season, man.
Yo, this guy right here is mad sketchy.
You ain't gotta worry, girl. I won't kidnap you. You mad ugly. And fat.
Oh, fuck. Ah, fucking A. Trying to find one. I want this shirt right here. I don't care what nobody say. This shirt right here. What's up? It's a good point. That's low-key a good point, yo. But I think she tried to play him. I think she tried to play him like, it looked like she tried to create something. You feel me? Like make it seem like it was something. That's what it comes off to me. But he answered, he replied. Fair enough, my G. Yeah, she let you try to make it seem some type of way. That motherfucker doing his job, pumping gas, or whatever the fuck he doing. Check out my man's shirt. My man. I love this fucking shirt. Let's spin and get into the first topic with the 36 marker pushing the 40. You heard? Quick spin, and we on the first topic of the night. We're going to shoot at, I don't know how bad I'm going to go at it, but I gotta start clipping these shit. These shit is burning while I'm not even using them bitches. Far right commentator Lauren Luma launches racist tirade against Republican Jasmine Crockett, ghetto black bitches who hate America.
You know what? One of the things I do want to point out that's not been laid out that honestly hurts my heart is when I saw the no votes, there were only 2 Caucasians. For the most part, the only people that voted no were people of color because the rhetoric that Charlie Kirk continuously put out there was rhetoric that specifically targeted people of color. And so it is unfortunate that even our colleagues could not see how harmful his rhetoric was specifically to us. And you know what? One of the things I do want to point out that's not been laid out that honestly hurts my heart is when I saw the no votes, there were only 2 Caucasians. For the most part, the only people that voted no were people of color because the rhetoric that Charlie Kirk continuously put out there was rhetoric that specifically targeted people of color. And so it is unfortunate that even our colleagues could not see how harmful his rhetoric was specifically to us. And you know what? One of the things.
Lauren Loomer, it hurts my heart that we have ghetto black bitches who hate America serving in Congress. Lauren Loomer, Jasmine Crockett, Jasmine for us, homeboys and homegirls are big mad. I called her what she is, ghetto. I guess I'm finna watch my back. God forbid. Shaquana pops a cap in my ass. You feel me? All right, that's the first one. Me personally, when white people tend to say the word ghetto, they're not saying it's just a what you mean. It's a way to say the N-word. If you ask me, if you ask me, it's a word for her to say the N-word without saying the N-word. It's a workaround word, right? So I'm always cautious about when I hear white people say ghetto or whatever the case is. I don't know this lady. But the fact that she went on this little tirade after it, homeboys, homegirls, big mad, finna watch my back, pop a cap in my ass, Shaquana. Okay, that's racist. That's racist. You know, I don't, this comes off as flat out racist. This comes off flat as a racist. Does Jasmine Crockett deserve this? It's a hard question to answer. I would say this, though. Jasmine Crockett does exhibit some ratchet ass behavior. For a woman in such a professional position, such a notable position, she definitely exhibits ghetto, ratchet behavior. There's no two ways about it. So, yeah, Blade. Yeah, I was about to bring that part up. For somebody in her position, she absolutely should have better behavior, better decorum. But it's her own behavior that draws in this type of energy. No two ways about it. Remember we looked at the 2 tennis players and the energy that they attracted to each other? This is the same thing. They attract different energies because they behave themselves in a different way. They behave themselves separately, differently. So they'll attract different energies. But she down there with Reaper and I'm down there in Texas, good old Texas. That's another one. Her mouth is fly, dog. Her mouth is super fly. It is. She says what she wants to say, and she just got to deal with it at this point. If you never open up the door for it, right? It's easy for you to close the door if it's brought to you. If somebody violates you, you could simply cut that shit off right there, nip it in the bud. But once you open the door, right, with your behavior, with your words, with your body language, et cetera, you open the door. So now that person could run right in. So now pretty much you got to accept what they give to you. You don't have to, but you got to comprehend that if you didn't open the door, then you want to receive this type of energy. You want to receive this type of backlash. You want to receive this type of conversation. Are either of them right? Fuck no. They both wrong. They both fucking wrong. That's right. She did get removed. Yeah, that's right. 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 That's right.
You know what? One of the things I do want to point out that's not been laid out that honestly hurts my heart is when I saw the no votes, there were only 2 Caucasians. For the most part, the only people that voted no were people of color because the rhetoric that Charlie Kirk continuously put out there was rhetoric that specifically targeted people of color. And so it is unfortunate that even our colleagues could not see how harmful his rhetoric was specifically to us. And you know what? One of the things I do want to point out that's not been.
And if you see the energy, look at Candace Owens. You could disagree what Candace talks about. You could disagree where she stands at. You could disagree with a lot of things with Candace Owens. What you're not finna do is come out your mouth out. You have to disagree with Candace Owens in a respectful manner. Karen fucking T. She doesn't exhibit that energy. She doesn't talk to people like they're a bunch of dogs. 2 different people, 2 different behaviors, 2 different responses. And Candace be getting smoked. You see YouTube. I've been on a lot of channels on depending because of the Biden administration. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. And somebody finally came out. Who was that? Was it them admitting it? Somebody admitted it? Was it YouTube that came out and admitted it? It's not a spokesperson, but somebody got some juice over there came out that admitted that they was told to to suppress it. Yeah. I saw that. The shit that people already pretty much knew, right? There was no, I guess, not as being admitted to. I guess they fixing the issue. But that's the issue when you have like government suppression of basically your rights and privileges, right? That's not their job. Their job is not to suppress. Matter of fact, they shouldn't even be involved, the government. But yeah, that's it right there. I stand where I stand on it. She brought this upon herself with her behavior. Did she earn it? Yes. She absolutely went out there and earned it the hard way. And now guess what? She just got to deal with what the fuck, with whatever door she opened. She just got to deal with it, though. I got another video. I'll run, try to run it tomorrow. But my computer's acting up. One of the websites I have is acting up right now. So I know this one was going to be a short topic. That's why I wanted to burn it so we could get into the beautiful Candace Owens. Oh, me too. Don't want to come before like Twitch and Discord. Somebody admitted to it though. That's what I picked up on. Somebody came out and admitted to it and then labeled it. It was the Biden administration. Yes, I did. They did run across that. It was brief, but I did run across it. Let me check out the homie. See what the homie doing. Is this one of them? Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? The homie. I can't stand this motherfucker for real. But after that little scandal with the BMs, and I was like, I'm fucking done, G. I was done. I was done.
You've already, I don't mind sweating. I'm an African. I don't mind sweating. I'm an African. I have no problem sweating. When I make love to my wives, I turn the air condition off. You understand me? Because I want all the ancestral energy. I want all the ashe from our divine bodies to unite in union towards African liberation. I don't make love with the air conditioner on. What the hell I want the air conditioner on for? I want all of her butter almond. I want all of her butter almond energy. I want that butter almond great African feminine force, not feminism. Great African feminist force, not feminism. That great African feminist force, I need it to bond with my great African masculinity. I need her to be sweating. I want her hot. I want to feel her energy. I want to feel her soul. Real Africans don't make love under the air conditioner. I said real Africans don't make love under the air conditioner. This is King Kong consciousness. I don't make love in the air conditioner. That's right. That's right. I make love in the heat. I'm a Leo. I'm a tiger. I'm Ogun. Ogun makes his metal in the heat. Ogun makes the swords in heat. Ogun builds the buildings in heat, brothers and sisters. You've already, I don't mind sweating. I'm an African. I don't mind sweating. I'm a.
Yo, what's wrong with him, G? What's wrong with y'all mans and them? Somebody please tell me what is going on with y'all mans and them. You don't know you could still fucking sweat in the AC? That's your boy. That's your man. That boy got mental issues, G. Something really wrong with him. Something off, G. And you know what? That's all right. That is A-okay, man. You don't gotta have it all together, bro. Happens to the best of us. Trust me. Something wrong with that motherfucker, though, boy. For sure. I don't know what it is. You feel me? I would like to. I don't know. I would like to know what the fuck is going on, right? Like, yo, what the fuck, buddy, on? Nope, ain't no figuring that shit out. Messi, maybe one day you see him by the school, you could pull up and say what's up. No clue. Not a fucking clue. I got more. I don't know. Who is this dude? Oh, Garvey Grenett? Yeah, this dude be making hella little clips of this boy. He be clipping him the fuck up. FBI on his heel. Bruh. I'm telling you, after that little situation with the BMs and all that, this motherfucker here, dog. Had no responsibility. I was like, this motherfucker scary. Real talk.
You said I need a haircut? Where your girlfriend at? I'm gonna ask your girlfriend if I need a haircut. Where your queen at? Let me talk to your queen one time, Ninja. Hey, yo, Ninja. Where your queen at, Ninja? You said I need a haircut. Get your queen, Ninja. Because, see, I'm not playing with y'all haters no more. This year, if you hate, I'm smashing your queen. I'm just telling you right now. Where is your wife? Let's see if she think I need a haircut. Where your baby mama? Where your shorty? Where your living girlfriend? Oh, this is disgusting. Let's see if she think I need a haircut. I'm going to give her some trim. She want, okay. Need a trim? Okay. Where your baby mom's at? Now, if you hating, I'm snatching your queen. You know she'd rather be with me than you anyway, so I don't even know why you're going there. If you hate, I'm snatching your queen. You know she'd rather be with me than you anyway. That's on you. That's what you get for hate. If you hate, I'm snatching your queen.
Something really wrong over there, bro. Something wrong with him. I think at this point he just down to say and do anything, dog. Hold on, oh, here we go. I think this is one also.
You married to an Indian woman? Why are you on my live, my brother? Why are you here? Why are you on this live? Okay? I don't know why you're here. You went out and got you a curry bunny? That's your business. Congratulations, Punjabi. That's your business, Punjabi. Kamala Harris is having another 50 years of hip-hop cookout at her house. Maybe you can go with Punjabi. He went and got him a curry bunny from East India. What you on my live for? He went and got him a Kamala Harris bunny. Listen. Is black queens forever? Snow bunnies never. Let me say it again. Is black queens forever? Snow bunnies never. Let me say
Black queens forever. Come here. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. Snow puppy. Black queens forever.
One more time. Black queens forever? We're my Toronto queens, my Nashville queens, my Las Vegas queens, my Howard University DMV queens. You married to an Indian woman? Why are you on my live, my brother?
I think something really wrong with him. I think he might need a doctor, bro. All that psychology shit, he might need to go see one, G. For real. I'm being serious. The more he's out here, he's more doing that character shit. That character. Come get the fuck. Let's find some entertainment, bro. Because this motherfucker aggravating. I know that shit was gonna aggravate me that much.
Uy, ¿cómo se llama eso ahí? Ahí venden cosas chippy. Ikea. Ale, ¿cómo se llama eso ahí? Papi, la tienda de por mayor Costco. ¿Qué? ¿Y este aquí? Eso se llama como yo, Lowway. Ok, ¿y este aquí? Papi, ahí yo voy a comprar las cosas de ferretería. Eso es Hondipo. That was close though, yo. ¿Y este, Luis? Eso me gusta ahí, Tiger. And you already know this one right here. Papi, esa es la tienda favorita del hijo mío. Goldman. ¿Qué, Luis, último? Ahí trabajan los duros. Dólar Herod. Uy, ¿cómo se llama eso ahí? Ahí venden cosas chippy. Ikea. Ale, ¿cómo se llama eso ahí? Papi, la tienda de por mayor Costco. ¿Qué? ¿Y este aquí? Eso se llama como yo, Lowway. Ok, ¿y este aquí? Papi, ahí yo voy a comprar las cosas de ferretería. Eso es Hondipo. That was close though, yo. ¿Y este, Luis? Eso me gusta ahí, Tiger. And you already know this one right here. Papi, esa es la tienda favorita del hijo mío. Goldman. ¿Qué, Luis, último? Ahí trabajan los duros. Dólar Herod. Uy, ¿cómo se llama eso ahí? Ahí ven.
Where we at? Almost at the hour? Okay. Making good time, G. That fool said, Jesus showing me memes from my phone explaining why I can't go to heaven. Why he really looked sad though? My man really looking sad right here. Hell to the fuck no, bro.
Well, here at DC Stadium, the Redskinettes have new uniforms. I like. Thought you might. As we start the fourth quarter, it is 28-16 Redskins. Nothing wrong with sex and football together, is it? It's what's inside the uniform that makes it what it is. Or what a move the Dallas Cowgirls has done to professional football. Everybody's following. Well, here at DC Stadium, the Redskinettes have new uniforms. I like. Thought you might. As we start the fourth quarter, it is 28-16 Redskins. Nothing wrong with sex and football together, is it? It's what's inside the uniform that makes it what it is. Or what a move the Dallas Cowgirls has done to professional football. Everybody's following. Well, here at DC Stadium, the Redskinettes have new uniforms. I like. Thought you might. As we start the fourth quarter, it is 28-16 Redskins. Nothing wrong with sex and football together, is it? It's what's inside the uniform that makes it what.
Oh God, nope, not doing it. Not doing it again. Nope.
Lil Jon, who's known, of course, for his music. Now he's making waves in the bodybuilding world. Check this out.
145. Johnny Wrong.
Oh, wow. He just say it's me because you didn't recognize him.
I didn't. He ain't little anymore.
Do you think he's in the gym and he's lifting weights he used to get low?
Okay, you're on fire today.
And does he go to, the section of the gym that's to the window? Or does he go to the one to the wall?
Are you done?
And then after a workout, is the sweat dripping? Never mind. We're going to leave it at that.
You got one more. Come on.
I don't know if there's, I don't think I can say on TV any other.
Okay, well, it's true. Don't work on it. I mean, do work on it. He got top 5 in his category, whichever that is. I don't know, guys over 50.
Oh, what's top 5? So it was 3, 6, 9? Sorry.
No, I guess it was 4. He made it in the top 5.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Lil Jon, who's known, of course, for his music. Now he's making waves.
That was a good one. That was good. They always got good. Them two, I don't know who them two is or what channel they're, but they did. They be on it. They definitely be on it.
Would you?
Oh, fuck. There's going to be some bullshit.
Would you fuck your dad's to save your mom's life?
Absolutely not. Absolutely, I would, because that's my mom right there. I need to save her life.
Okay, understood. I mean, you got to save your mom.
It's a tough one. Okay, I would, because my dad's a DILF, so I would.
Ah!
What? Your dad's a DILF? Is her dad a DILF? Yes, her dad's a DILF.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So you would get with her dad?
Absolutely. You can tell he works out. He's a tall man. Like, give me that.
So would you be mad at her if she did?
No, that's my bestie right here. She's trying to save my mom's life. Yeah.
So what if she became your stepmom though?
Oh, that would be a little weird. A little weird, yeah. Yeah. But like, you gotta do what you gotta do. We're pushing it there, but yeah.
Okay. Would you fuck your dad's?
That's fucking wild, bro. Yeah, it's pretty wild. What's the Shula King one? Shula King fun.
Shit. Every time I try to fill out an application and better my life, they always ask me the same shit. Have I ever been convicted of a felon? What the fuck?
What may say? Lord help your people, child.
Fuck is a falon? Hell no, then. Shit. Every time I try to fill out an application and better my life, they always ask me the same shit. Have I ever been convicted of a falon? What the fuck is a falon? Hell no, then.
Lord, help your people. Yeah. That's what it is. Lord, help your people. You about to start the Candace Owens soon.
A fisherman.
Oh my God. I don't know if y'all can understand it, but we're still watching it. I've seen this video twice already, so I know what's about to happen.
Gave details of the dramatic rescue mission.
Me dey on the land and see boat when it a go out. And when the boat a go out, me see say boat nah run good. And me say, oh, them a run the boat so. And when me look, me no see boat again. All me see one sitting a float a come down the sea. And me have to start shout to the people, man, and say, you see that boat there, turn over, and the people them are dead.
He says in trying to assist, he encountered some challenges.
If we go out there, hold one eye woman, put him in a boat, cut big stew box, put him in a boat because me ain't do it, you are dead. So, yes, sir? Yeah, because him a go drown. If somebody go drown and you know knock him out, you can't see if him in drown you too, you know.
A fisherman gave details of the dramatic rescue mission.
Me dey on the land and see boat when it a go out. And when the boat a go out, me see say boat nah run good. And me say, oh, them a run the boat so. And when me look, me no see boat again. All me see one sitting a float a come down the sea. And me have
So you're trying to save somebody that was in a boat. And he's relaying the story, saying, he's saying how he rescued the people, pretty much. He's telling the story about how he rescued the people. But he's so animated and so dramatic with it. That's why it's so funny. I'm surprised y'all can't understand because he ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. I've heard worse. Let's try it again.
Fisherman gave details of the dramatic rescue mission.
You see how you can understand her? You see how she sounds real like real light West Indian, right? He is dead on the mark.
land and see boat when it a go out.
And see the boat when it a go out.
And when the boat a go out, me see say boat.
And when the boat a go out, me see the boat.
Nah run good. And me say, oh, them a run the boat so.
The boat nah run good. To me say, oh, them say them a run the boat so.
And when me look, me no see the boat again.
And when me look, me no see the boat again.
And all me see one sitting a float a come down the sea.
And all me see is one sitting in a float a come down, you see it?
And me have to start shout to the people, man, I say.
So me start shout to the people and them hear me, I say.
You see that boat there?
You see that boat there?
Turn over.
It turn over.
And the people
them are dead.
Dead.
He says in trying to assist, he encountered some challenges.
If we go out there, hold one eye woman, put him in
So me go out there, hold one of the woman.
a boat, cut big stew box, put him in a boat because
me grab big stew box, put him in a boat.
Me ain't do it, you are dead.
Because if me never do it, he would have dead.
So, yes, sir? Yeah, because him a go drown.
Because him a go drown.
If somebody go drown and you know knock him out, you know, you can't see if him in drown you too, you know.
A fisherman gave details of the dramatic rescue mission.
I'm never deleting that shit. Ever. Oh, God. All right. Time to be serious. We did out. We there. Fair enough. Fair assessment. That's a fair assessment, G. Have mercy on my soul. Drop up your jaws, make me pump you. Calabalo combo. You see what I write, pan it, the yan turn it up. Say my girl. Quick spinning, we're gonna talk about Candace going at the feds. You heard me? Big salute to all y'all. Candace, keep doing that work. You heard me? In one way, I want you to be right about everything you're saying. In one way, I want you to be right about everything you're saying because so much motherfuckers talking shit. I swear it down. I want you to be right. And I think you onto something, honestly. Spin it. It's one of her recent episodes, not the most recent, but recent enough. I think it's like maybe 2 away from her most recent. But like I said, the web is acting up. The web page is acting up, so I can't grab the newer episodes. But I'm glad I was able to grab this one in time before it started acting up. Yeah, she's going at the feds, talking that shit. Still talking about Charlie Kirk. Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. Candace, I really do hope that you turn out to be right. I do. I really do. Even with that thing you got going on in France, right? I don't think you're off your rocker. I don't think so. I do not think that you're off your rocker. Kofa. Big salute, brother. I don't think you're off your rocker. I don't. I think you are positioned exactly where you need to be positioned. After losing your job, right? And having to fight that fight to be where you are at today. That shit commendable. And shit like that don't just happen, right? You built up a following at your Daily Mail. I think it's Daily Mail. You took that audience over there, which is expected, right? Once you're already in the game, already expect that. But you're here and you're growing and you're flourishing in this realm all on your own. So big salute to you for doing that shit. Yeah. Stay the course.
And the first thing that I think I should make abundantly clear is I am relieved that Erica Kirk is at the head of Turning Point USA. Because just like I alluded to last week, and which I will double down on now, I believe that people within that company betrayed Charlie. Okay? That's just what I believe right now. And I want to make sure that I have these facts entirely on my side before I tell you guys more. I will say, if you are a rat on a ship, you should probably flee now. I recommend it. Anyways, you guys, on Friday, we did an episode. I want to be clear. I didn't think that episode was going to have the reaction that it did, but I am grateful. We were unpacking the footage that was going viral of the guy that was taking down the camera, which was directly behind Charlie's head, a mere approximate 4 minutes after Charlie was shot. Everybody thought that it was very suspicious. I recognized the individual and reached out, had a conversation, saw the footage, and made the promise that I was not going to share it. Although I said to you, I encouraged them to share it. I believe that the reason everybody is a conspiracy theorist is because people don't share truth, right? Once you share everything, there's no room for conspiracy.
Leave no room.
And
leave no room for
when
gray
I
area.
was sharing what I saw, I was doing so because I was just thinking that, this could help. Like, this can obviously...
That's one of the major issues across the board, right? The lack of transparency leaves people to lean onto their own thoughts. They lean onto their own understandings of things, right? When you leave that gray area there, when you leave that space, that's just sitting there with questions that are not being fucking answered, with things that don't visually make sense, right? With things that don't make audio sense to what you're hearing, what you intaking, right? And those questions are being asked, but they're not being answered. What do you think will fill those fucking gaps? People are going to start answering their own questions. People are going to start going in all these different directions to find the answer to these questions. Right? That's how misinformation becomes insanely dangerous. You're supposed to think freely. You're supposed to think independently. You're supposed to be able to take in data, spin it, cipher it down, and come to your own conclusion, which is sensible, not emotional, right? Not based on finances, just simple, straight 1 + 1 = 2. Add another one, that's a tree. And I think that's what people are kind of fed up with, because it's not the first time. It's not the second time, not the 10th time. This is a thing that's been going on here since the beginning. And in this day and age, with our technological advancements, where everybody could see every single thing within 10 seconds, pretty much instantly, of something happening, right? And people dumping this shit constantly, umpteen, exactly, dog, umpteen times. You could see it immediately. So you have, it's almost live all the time. Like right now we're on live, but the delay is probably like a 0.9 seconds, if that, right? 0.8. But that's still under a second. So that's still instant. It's still live. It's still real time. In this day and age where videos, information moves that fast, you got to comprehend that the people that have these questions pretty much want the answers that fast also. And when you're given time to per se do your job, cops do their job, feds do their job, firemen do their job, coroner, medical technician, when enough time has been allotted and there's still no answers, what the fuck you think gonna happen? People are gonna launch off and run whatever route they want to run. And by that time, think about how many videos have been made. Think about how many other free thinking theories that are slung out there. Think about how much misinformation gets pumped into, let's say it takes 5 days. And we know it's past 5 days, right? I think we're pushing 2 weeks right now. In 5 days, think about how much misinformation could be put out there. 5 24-hour periods. 6 straight, I agree. I agree with you 100%, G. People are yearning for answers. And the Fed is just basically breadcrumbing this shit the whole time. People don't like that. They don't. Just like how people don't like to go fucking take flour and egg and sugar, then milk and icing. I mean, not icing, coloring, and mix that shit up, then put it in the oven on 350 for fucking 25 minutes and take that bitch out, let it cool down, make the icing, this is the microwave era. Y'all pump 5G in front of our face, talking about everything will be like the speed of light, instant fucking dados, no lagging in stream time. You think they want to fucking lag and wait for the fucking answers to their questions?
Remove people from their conspiracies. And then it kind of occurred to me that what I shared was a bigger deal than I had imagined by saying that I didn't see any blood. And that is a fact. I did not see any blood. In fact, the only blood that I did see at all, I'm talking about blood on the back, was on Charlie's hand, on Charlie's left hand, which, as many people have been saying, means that the blood moved forward. We don't need to get into all of the gore. But what I didn't expect thereafter was for the Turning Point USA spokesperson, Andrew Colvett, to issue this statement as people were asking questions like, hey, how is that possible? How was there nothing in the back if this is the gun that was used? Andrew Colvett tweeted this over the weekend. I want to address some of the discussion about the lack of an exit wound with Charlie. I'm usually not interested in delving into most of this kind of online chatter, and I apologize that this is somewhat graphic. But in this case, the fact that there wasn't an exit wound is probably another miracle, and I want people to know. I just spoke with the surgeon who worked on Charlie in the hospital. He said the bullet, quote, absolutely should have gone through, which is very, very normal for a high-powered, high-velocity round. I've seen wounds from this caliber many times, and they always just go through everything. This would have taken a moose or two down, an elk, etc. End quote. And then now this is Andrew. But it didn't go through. Charlie's body stopped it. I mentioned to his doctor that there were dozens of staff, students, and special guests standing directly.
That is wild. That is wild. A slug that will drop moose and elk. Hogs. Will have an entry and an exit, guaranteed. But this slug stuck in there. They found it in him. When we was talking about it live the other day, we brought up the metal plating, right? That's the only way this makes sense to me. A deflect turned into a tumbler. And went that way. The deflect took a lot of the velocity off of it, took a lot of the bang off of it, to be honest. That deflect can take a lot of the bang off of it. So it's possible that with the, maybe. But if you know anything about animals and biology with animals, they have way denser muscles. Way denser, way tougher. They design differently. They overlay in a different way. They way tough. M Love, what up, G? Big salute. That's the part that's messing with my brain right now, to be honest. That's the one that's messing with me.
Behind Charlie on the other side of the tent, and he replied, it was an absolute miracle that someone else didn't get killed. His bone, referring to Charlie, was so healthy and the density was so impressive that he's like the Man of Steel. It should have just gone through and through. It likely would have killed those standing behind him too. In the end, the coroner did find the bullet just beneath the skin. Even in death, Charlie managed to save the lives of those around him. Remarkable and miraculous. End statement. Now, first, I want to say this because people were attacking Andrew Colvett immediately. I want to say that it is.
That's another point, Reaper. That's a good point, right? How much fat did he have in his neck? That round is a serious round. That's my confusion point. At this day, at this age, at this hour, at this minute, that's what I'm confused at.
Good to remember that this is Andrew Colvette's literal job. Okay. He is a PR agent. He runs a PR company, and his job is to respond to online chatter and online questions. And sometimes it may not even be what you want to say. In fact, it should never actually, if you're going to do your job, be necessarily what you want to say. He also was very close to Charlie. So I would imagine that he's under a tremendous amount of pressure. The company is moving into a different direction. We are still just over a week after Charlie lost his life, and he has to be the messenger. Who is directing that message? We don't know, but his job can't be easy at this moment. Okay. If I say to my PR agent, I want you to make this statement, he works for the company, my PR person just has to make the statement. Okay. So I think I would like to just respond to what is being said objectively rather than to attack Andrew Colvette's character. That aside, the statement objectively feels to me like the manipulation of a Christian audience, right? They know Charlie's audience is Christian. And therefore, what they're selling to us is you should believe, you're a believer, right? As a Christian, you believe in miracles, right? Like you believe in Christ and the miracles that Jesus performed, right? Well, then you should just believe this. There's something about that I don't like. I don't like that. I don't just, this was a miracle and that should just be the end and no more questions should be asked. Yes, the conservative base is filled with Christians, but also the conservative base is filled with a lot of hunters, okay? People that hunt and they know weapons and they know how weapons work and they know how weapons don't work. And this particular statement to me does not pass the sniff test. Now, again, when I shared that information, I had assumed they were going to say the angle went through this way. I did not imagine they were just going to say that it was a miracle. Alex Jones immediately took to X Live. This began trending. The statement began trending, and he jumped onto X, and he responded to that statement saying this. Take a listen.
The spokesperson for TP USA just posted 2 hours ago that they talked to the coroner and that Charlie Kirk was shot with a 30-06 in the left side of his neck, the carotid artery, and that he's a man of steel, and that the bones in his neck that are like chicken bones stopped a bullet that travels 2,500 feet a second out of the barrel at 200 yards, depending on the grain of the cartridge and the rest of it. Probably hit him at 1,900 feet per second. I've shot hogs at 500 yards, 30-06, right to the side. Tiny hole, blows a 4-inch hole out the other side. We're talking through 2 feet of a hog. Boom. Hit him in the head, brain completely blows up. They just said he got shot with a 30-06 and that it didn't go through.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to process. And here's the thing. If you were going to bring me to the argument that this truly was a miracle.
The only thing I see, if it was a bad round, a bad cartridge, bad round, it's a bad piece of ammo. That's the only way, though. Bad piece of ammo, took a deflection, tumbled in. But this is what I mean when I say when you have no answers, right? You live off your experiences, you think in your own perception, which is based off your experience. You try to make things make sense. And when things don't make sense, still, I think that's when the free thinkers start going into the CT world.
Miracle, it probably would not be in the midst of a circumstance where the feds are lying, right? That is like not now, right? Because it could be a miracle also that Tyler Robinson decided to take a break at Dairy Queen and issue some texts that sound like they were written in 1822, and tell every single, it could just be a miracle, right, for the feds, and go through every single detail of exactly how he planned it, why he planned it, including his MAGA dad, who's been extra MAGA lately, that he doesn't actually live with, and nobody knows why the dad is extra MAGA lately, and explaining where to find the weapon, and just a miracle that he happened to leave this letter that has since been disappeared. But they, he took a picture, his lover took a picture of it. It could just all be one big federal miracle. But I'm not inclined to believe that at this moment. Okay. I'm not inclined to believe any of this at this moment. And so we press on. Okay. And because
that extra MAGA comment, it doesn't see the text message thread that we seen. That shit was so perfect. It explained literally everything. It explained everything. Nah. What? How you extra MAGA, right? How do you? If you MAGA, you MAGA. You fuck with Trump, you fuck with Trump. I don't see this extra MAGA thing. But I guess to them, because they intimately know each other, I guess that made sense to them, I guess. Occam's razor says the simplest answer might be the true answer, the right answer, right? I just don't see it. But then again, like I said, without answers, people start leaning on to their own understanding, leaning on to their own knowledge that they have about certain things, start leaning and making their own decisions, coming up with their own CTs. They first started off just thinking freely, asking questions. With that big ass hole that the feds created, then ... Here comes the CTs. I guess he started wearing MAGA merch. I don't know what extra MAGA means, bro. No clue. No idea. Wish I could help. Danny boy, what up?
Because Alex and many other people and hunters and conservatives were going, yeah, no. I mean, people were even posting videos of them shooting to show what that damage would be like. Kash Patel then made an extraordinary move, and I would say I would refer to this as a capitulation to online sleuths. He tweeted this. He wrote, as the director of the FBI, I am committed to ensuring the investigation into Charlie Kirk's assassination is thorough and exhaustive, pursuing every lead to its conclusion. The full weight of America's law enforcement agencies are actively following the evidence that has emerged, but our efforts extend beyond initial findings. We are examining every facet of this assassination. We are meticulously investigating theories and questions, including the location from where the shot was taken, the possibility of accomplices, the text message confession and related conversations, Discord chats, the angle of the shot and bullet impact, how the weapon was transported, hand gestures observed as potential signals near Charlie at the time of his assassination, and visitors to the alleged shooter's residence in the hours and the days leading up to September 10th, 2025. Some details are known today, while others are still being pursued to ensure every possibility is considered. Our primary focus is to complete this investigation and deliver justice. To protect the integrity of the investigation and subsequent prosecution, we cannot release every piece of information that we have to the public right now. We will ensure every question is addressed at the appropriate moment regarding specific details, such as questions about the plane that allegedly turned off its transponder after departing from an airport near the assassination site. We can share updates when answers are confirmed. After interviews with the pilot and consultation with the FAA, we determined the transponder was not turned off.
What does this plane have to do with anything? Was there no plane supposed to take off? Did they ground all flights and I don't know about it? It says regarding specific details such as questions about the plane that allegedly turned off its transponder after departing from a nearby airport, the assassination site. Did they say nobody could fucking fly anymore? So why the fuck would that matter? What's going on at a private air? Not a private. This is a regular airport, nearby airport. Who knows? It could be fucking private. And that's not information that y'all gathered on your own. People asked y'all questions about that. So people gathered that information and brought it to you. What the fuck that has to do with what happened on the campus at that site?
Incomplete flight data in rural areas caused the apparent gap. The entire FBI mourns the loss of Charlie Kirk. We will not rest until justice is served, and our investigation into this assassination will continue until every question is answered. Okay, so first thing that I can very quickly debunk is when he says that they looked into the transponder thing, and yeah, we checked it out, and actually they just lost service. Okay, that disputes what the plane owner themselves, he identified himself, Derek Maxfield, and issued a long statement on Instagram where he said that they got permission to, turn off services, which are transponder services, and they got that permission from the air traffic controller. So it can't be both. It can't be, no, it never happened, they just lost service, and Derek Maxfield saying, no, we had communication with the ATC, which is air traffic control, and what we did followed guidelines. So that's already a problem. Secondly, saying that you're not going to release information because you want to protect the integrity.
How you got a different story from the person that was flying the plane? You the feds. How come you got a different story? Who the fuck did y'all interview to get the information? Who's lying? Who lying?
Of the investigation, while also releasing those ridiculous text messages that looked like somebody was having fun on TikTok and making, a ridiculous skit. I don't feel like the investigation has much integrity, or the feds in general have any integrity after you guys gaslit us about Jeffrey Epstein. Okay. So if you want us to, or if you want to restore credibility to the feds, I would allow the mommy sleuths to take over. That's my opinion. I'd get in touch and allow the internet to do what the internet does, because now you're answering everything that we brought up. Not me, we. Because it is because of the entire world paying attention, sending tips. I'm grateful to God that I have a platform to be able to share that information and to encourage it. But this is just coming from regular people around the world. And now you guys are, it feels like playing defense because you have not been playing offense. So yeah, that would be my free advice that's not going to be listened to. But while I have your attention, I do have a few more questions that could be answered, or maybe some leads that you guys could be exploring, if you will, because once we began learning about that house next door that's been vacant and is owned by UVU, And once we began looking into the witnesses and finding a common last name and looking into Caldera Engineering, as we did last week, again, not implying that they did anything wrong, just telling you factually that that witness whose footage ended up in the hands of TMZ runs an engineering company that has a presence worldwide, and they specialize in making these valves. I started thinking, once people told me that valves historically have a connection to the government and the deep state, about how important those valves were to warfare. Because if you just want to shut down someone's pipeline, let's say you want to shut off.
Yes, they're talking about valve. A regular ass valve that you could have joined to PVC work with, right? Regular valve. The same valves that bring water into your house. Those type of valves. When they close, your house not getting no water. When they open, your house gets water from the main feed. Those are the valves that they talk about. They also use for gas, oil. There's a whole different bunch of shit that they use valves for. But that's what valves do. They open and close. There's other types of valves that reroute also.
Water, or you want to shut off gasoline, yeah, it makes sense why the government would want to be controlling pipelines and valves. But anyways, I started to ask myself, oh, well, did anybody look into whether or not there was anything under Charlie Kirk when he was shot? Right? Because if we aren't accepting the narrative that that particular gun at that distance didn't pass through, and yet for whatever reason the Fed scrambled to repave that area, maybe, as some people have speculated, he was shot from a closer distance. I started wondering, was there an access point to any valves? Were there any pipelines that could have been under Charlie? And as it turns out, I looked at some old pictures of where he was sitting, and there was a massive pipeline that was almost exactly behind where Charlie was sitting. Here's that maybe it's a water pipeline, I don't know, but there it is under the flag. And to your right, I went into my tips line and I saw that somebody had messaged me about this. More than one person messaged me about this. They're like, hey, yeah, there's like a whole underground thing there. And to your right, you're observing those two little boxes, and they told me that that was a trap door. Now, I'm not implying someone, popped up and shot Charlie, but that's a close-up of that area. I'm just implying that there's an entire underground there. And I remember when I looked at the footage, I felt like it was coming up. I don't know anything about ballistics. I'm not an expert. But if there was a hatch door nearby, then we can assume, as we should always assume with colleges, obviously stadiums, there's always an underground path. So I'm wondering if the federal government has explored the possibility that somebody could have been under Charlie and done that, while everyone's looking around and thinking that a shot went off from here, if that was just maybe like decoy number 2, and actually Charlie was shot from beneath him, which then could maybe explain why there was no exit wound. Again, I'm theorizing because I have a right to. I have a right to think. And that is interesting to me. Where does it go?
Talking about decoys, right? The old dude, the bald-headed old dude, right? Why was he? Why did he even admit to doing it and putting his hand up and claiming that he was the one who took Charlie out? Why? Ain't that strange? Ain't that shit strange, dog? Was that decoy there just to give him just enough more, or add some time for Buddy to get low? You seen Buddy in custody. We all seen him, bald headed. I think he had on glasses or some shit too. Old ass dude. What was your angle there, my man? I just don't see it, bro. There's a lot of things that have not just been simply answered. Are the people who care about this man, the people who want just, are they asking too many questions? Let's be real, dog. Let's be real. Are we asking for too fucking much? Because at this day and age, they have some fucking answers. Without a doubt. They have answers. Blade, I get it. I'm with you for sure. You ask the right question, you get the right answer. Absolutely dig it. Pink Fairy, what's up? There's still a need for transparency on their end. That need is still there. That is their duty and responsibility to the public. And still nothing? A breadcrumb here. 2 days later, a breadcrumb there. This shit just sound fucked up and the shit sound funky, bro.
Oh, where do the tunnels underneath UVU lead to, right? That's an interesting question. Maybe everyone's looking up when we should be looking below, right? Maybe we should be looking below if there is this interest in pipelines. And I saw that actually where he was sitting, there's a whole irrigation system that's managed by the university. And so there's definitively stuff beneath Charlie. Again, I don't know anything about ballistics, but I've been very clear that we will be exploring every lead until we get a proper answer for what happened. And I think that that would probably be an interesting one for the feds to explore, because within 48 hours, I mean, was it 48 hours, Skylar? They decided to instead pave that area, repave it. Do we have footage of that? Here we go. Yeah, no, they kind of did the opposite here. They paved it. And I feel like that's was a little soon. So I don't know if things can be unpaid. I'm sure they can, but maybe exploring a tunnel network would be a good start. And I will leave it at that before we get into the absurd. I didn't think
If it's an
it could be
amphitheater,
more
I'm
absurd
almost
than last week
positive
in the
there's
manners that I have
underground
been.
tunnels. If it's an amphitheater, I'm almost positive. Almost positive.
Attacked, but over the weekend, somebody reported me to the FBI and the CIA. And I'm not going to prison alone. I'm taking all of you guys. First, let me tell you guys about Preborn, because I've watched too many people who I'm close to be vilified for standing up for truth, the ultras. It turns your gut into health.com with promo code Our Resident Psycho. She tweeted this. She's been attacking me nonstop. As part of her grift to monetize.
Ain't that the same Laura Loomer? I told y'all this should be working sometimes. This motherfucker right here be working sometimes. Did we not see Laura Loomer early on in the show? But let me make it full circle for you. This is the same lady that had all that shit to say about Jasmine Crockett. Look at it. It's right there. Laura Loomer. Did I not tell you earlier how you behave and how you carry yourself determines how people will treat you, speak to you, and view you. ... They will speak to you in a different way. Did I not say, regardless of what they say about Candace, you do not go over there and you don't talk to her and call her all these type of fucking bees and all this other shit? Did I not say that earlier?
Ties the murder of her quote unquote best friend, Charlie Kirk. Candace Owens is selling a CIA line of merchandise that is called the Candace Intelligence Agency, which rips off the CIA name and logo. It is a federal felony to use the CIA seal without license. She then cites the code and reads it, sends a quote from it rather, pulls it, and then says, "You are likely breaking the law with your CIA merch, Candace. The CIA can technically sue to get Candace to stop using their logo." It's really disrespectful to Charlie Kirk and the CIA. And then she CCs and tags the director of the CIA. Now, as everybody who watches this show knows, we've been selling that merch since before Charlie got assassinated. So we just continued our show with the merch that we already sold for our show. Obviously, our parody off of the CIA, which is perfectly legal, obviously.
You see how she spoke to Candace? Do you see how she spoke to Candace versus how she spoke to Jasmine and Crockett? Because you're not talking to Candace like that. Because Candace doesn't treat people like that. She don't open the door for people to end up treating her like that. This lady right here is bullshitting with Candace. But did she come out her mouth? She didn't, right? I want to know why.
Was related to the fact that we're always investigating things. So don't let the truth get into your way when you're smearing somebody. But the audacity to actually tag the director of the CIA and ask us to go to prison or to get into trouble is just, I think it really highlights they're insane. It is just insanity. It is reaching new levels. I love the guy who then tweeted under her. This was so good. He just said, "Look at Amazon committing all of these quote unquote federal felonies." And then he says, "F Israel first, Laura Loomer," as just a little side note. And then he shows all the t-shirts on Amazon because, like, obviously you can buy yourself an FBI costume for Halloween if you'd like to. But that wasn't enough because last week was that insane. Like, they just tried to wipe away years of my life by pretending, completely fictionalized, that Charlie and I had a breakup, right? Eric Bowling did this. He said, I don't know if he was even sober on that program, because he said he hadn't seen me, this is Eric Bowling, since 2015. He interviewed me in 2020, so that was weird. But they were clearly, the call went out to just make up something that never happened. Never happened. I never had a falling out with Charlie Kirk. And so this guy, Awesome Jew, who I heard was also in the Hamptons with Bill Ackman and that group of people who went out there, he then tries to cleverly release a text message between Charlie Kirk and an unknown individual. The text message has no date, it has no time, and I'm going to tell you why that is, and I'm going to tell you exactly when that text message had to have occurred. But him releasing this tweet spectacularly backfired. The goal, of course, was to prove that Charlie...
I don't think they realize how resilient this woman is. And the more that they do, the more that she just uses it for fuel. She's really locked in on this. And the more weird shit that keeps happening, it's just fuel for her. That is it. Only going to fuel her. Because now she's thinking, oh, cover up, sabotage. And in this day and age, where we know what cancel culture is, right? In this day and age where we know putting an ism, a ist, a obia, a obic, right? On somebody could fuck up their reputation, right? Get them canceled, et cetera, et cetera. So the more that people start playing these games with her, you think she's going to be discouraged or encouraged after she locked in on this from day one? It's just encouragement for her, man. And that's how somebody that's resilient, somebody that's forward thinking, and somebody that can think in 360s, think in full circles, behave. Stay the course.
Candace had a falling out. Look at this message. Charlie's talking trash about Candace, except he's not at all. Instead, what the message did is that it proved exactly what I was saying, that donors and Zionists were attempting to control his speech, my speech, and who he platformed. So these are the text messages that he shared, and he wrote exclusive. A close friend of Charlie Kirk shared these messages. I'm going to guess it's either Seth Dillon or Josh Hammer. It could not be, but I'm just putting that out there because of the style of the messages. And he says he was never wavering on Israel, and they are active. He was actively pushing back on Candace Owens' false narrative. Now, these are the messages he shared. This is the friend of Charlie in blue. He writes, I watched the podcast. Candace needs to say two things, and this will stop in its tracks. They are fundamental conservative principles, and she didn't say either. Quote, Israel is not committing a genocide. Second quote, 30 dead, raped, kidnapped, and beheaded Americans in Gaza makes the fight in Gaza America first. And then he ends it by saying, this is not Ukraine. He's literally saying what I have to say to make something stop in its tracks. Right. And then Charlie writes, this is right. I'm really trying to help her. What else is he going to say to this person? And then, but it's that second message that I can tell you exactly what the context was, because I was messaging Charlie about it. And I can tell you the time frame and why they wiped it is because it's from 2023. He then writes, it doesn't come natural to her because I truly think she doesn't understand. Saying that Muslims are forced to live in a Muslim quarter in Israel, and that betrays the timeline. Okay. So what clearly happened in this text chain is that I tweeted, this is when it all started for me, and I started getting threats that I had to take it back if I wanted my life back. And he's kind of saying that there, right? This will all stop. I tweeted that genocide is always wrong. Here's the exact tweet. No government anywhere has a right to commit a genocide ever. There is no justification for a genocide. I can't believe this even needs to be said or is even considered the least bit controversial to state. That tweet was me responding to something that Brian Mast said in Congress. He said, there's no such thing as an innocent Palestinian life. That was grotesque. So I then started getting peer pressured.
You see how people think, bro? There's no such thing as an innocent Palestinian. The Palestinian babies, not innocent. Palestinian 4-year-olds, not innocent. Devout Muslims, not innocent. You see how these people that have these positions, that have some say so, and what happens, are fucking sick in their mind. If you could think that thought, I want to hear what you really, really, really think. Because at this point, I feel like you're holding back. No. What do you really, really think about everything? About blacks, about the Mexicans and the Guatemalans and South Americans crossing the border. What do you think about well, we know you think about Palestinians and Muslims already. What do you think about the Asian people? What do you think about the Indians coming over here on those special visas? What do you really think, dog? That's sick as fuck to say about a race of people.
to correct the tweets, to apologize for the tweet. At the time I was at the Daily Wire, that I needed to understand why my tweet was wrong. Dave Rubin instantly replied and said something about Israel, even though I didn't mention Israel in the tweet. And by itself, it was, I still stand by that tweet, guys, years on. And I was being inundated. Charlie was being inundated. Like, how could she say this? How dare she say this thing? This is so wrong. And then I hosted somebody who was a Zionist on my show. And that's what he's referring to, the conversation that I had with Ami Kozak. And clearly, Charlie probably said to him, you can watch this to get her viewpoints. Candace is not anti-Semitic. And that guy is not having it. He is incensed. And he is saying, here are the words that we have to hear from Candace. The reason they stripped that and didn't put the date that it was 2023 is because then it destroys the narrative that they're trying to put out that me and Charlie had a falling out. Because obviously I went on tour with Charlie at the beginning of 2024 and I spoke at their conference in the summer of 2024. And, you know, don't let the facts get in the way of this bizarre narrative that Charlie and I had some falling out last year, which never happened. Rather, what happened was Charlie was peer pressured by these same individuals that I, you know, for me not to speak at AmFest. And I was just like, dude, I don't even care, which is what I told you. Now, in terms of his.
That's definitely another tactic that people use too, though. Creating narratives, right? Story changing, lying, switching up facts, manipulating fucking data and information, right? That's another tactic used to pretty much get you canceled at the end of the day, get you pushed out of whatever position that you in, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, that's definitely a thing. It happens on small scales, right? In our everyday little lives, right? In your relationships, it might get a little narrative, right? A little bullshit narrative, but this is big shit. You're talking about politicians. You're talking about people who are political pundits, talking heads for political parties, right? Their message could stretch really, really far. Just like Charlie's message. That shit stretched overseas. I don't know if y'all are aware of this, but Charlie's message and conversation and how he thinks and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and how he lived and how he talked about God and the church, and that shit stretched overseas. He had transcended the continental U.S. In case y'all didn't know. That man shouldn't be dead. I don't care what nobody says. Regardless of what the fuck y'all say, regardless of how the fuck y'all feel about him, that man shouldn't be dead for that.
Statement there that Charlie's viewpoints were not changing at all. These are not words that I put in Charlie's mouth. You can just go back and watch the things that he was saying. He hosted a sit down, which was incredible, actually, to discuss what anti-Semitism is and what anti-Semitism is not. It was a town hall of sorts with students. Gen Z, as Megyn Kelly said, you can't find anybody beneath the age of 30 that supports Israel. That's a fact. And Charlie was trying to communicate that their tactics, just like you see in that text message, was hurting their cause. People are tired of it. We're tired of being bullied. For me, they behaved like a mafia. There's no other way to say it. My livelihood was being threatened. And then eventually, obviously, I lost my job behind the scenes, telling me what I had to say if I wanted to, I don't know, still be welcomed into the circle. And I made a conscious decision to not be welcomed into. I don't want to be around people that are behaving like that are speaking like the way that person is speaking. Here's what she needs to say. Who are you? I don't need to say anything. My statement was fine. Genocide is always wrong. Okay. It's just always wrong. And you're not going to convince me that I've done something wrong. They wanted me to apologize. I was being told I needed to issue a public statement to apologize for the tweet that I just read to you.
Imagine saying that genocide is wrong. And that's something you have to apologize for. What does that apology sound like? My bad. Genocide is right. As long as we deem that we're doing it to the right people. Genocide is okay. What does that apology sound like?
Genocide is always wrong. Wackadoodle. Anyways, let's hear Charlie Kirk in his own words. This is from July of this year. He was hosting a town hall about anti-Semitism. Skylar, let's first run the clip of just before we get into the AIPAC clip, just him discussing with Gen
Let's speed
Z
this up.
anti-Semitism. Take a listen.
You're not anti-Israel. You don't wish them harm. You're not, like cheering on Iran.
No, I support Israel. I think they're our ally. I want them.
But you would be called an anti-Semite by some people for saying this.
And I think that's ridiculous. I don't hate Jews because I think a nation should defend themselves.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the most ridiculous thing ever.
I feel like it's becoming like the word racism. Like we just disagree with them, so we just have to call them a name. I don't think they're actually anti-Semitic. I think people just can't agree with them and they can't prove them wrong, so they just throw a word out and be like, "You're anti-Semitic because you think that we should stop sending our money there."
Something that I see amongst the people around, I do see more like general disdain towards, just being honest, Jewish people.
That's correct.
Just because they're constantly being told that you hate Jews, and it's like, fine. If you're gonna say I hate Jews over and over and over again, like if I'm gonna be convicted of the crime, I might as well do the crime. I fear the same thing happens with all the talk of race. The more we talk about it, the more racism actually happens.
This is like I try to tell. Thank you for saying this. Like because like this is I try to tell these people and they're like we must get more aggressive. And so like let me ask a question. If we were to remove like if people said what Tucker said is anti-Semitic, I don't hold that view. But it's like a lot of people on Twitter are like calling us out and like whatever. That's not gonna happen. But if we were to cancel Tucker, would anti-Semitism increase or decrease?
I think increase because that means any supporter of Tucker Carlson's statement therefore makes them anti-Semite. So association, 100%. Exactly.
But the binary that's presented is that if you don't passionately talk about it, you are a hater. That's probably destructive for everybody involved. So for me, I'm trying to find this new path, which is I love Israel. I visited there. My wife and I had the best experiences ever. I saw where Jesus rose from the dead and he walked on water. But also I'm an American and I represent a generation that can't afford anything. And that we are like flooded with illegals and no one speaks English and our hospitals are clogged. I think we need to have the prudence to reject the Jew hate. Like, okay, we're not gonna put up with that. That's dumb. But also, if you call everyone an anti-Semite, if they don't take a puritanical view of the Netanyahu government, then I think it's bad for everybody.
Did we not talk about that shit the other day? And the day before that? And possibly the week before that? And possibly the week before that? It's almost like every fucking week we gotta come in here and say, people want things to be 100% or fucking zero. They think things are gonna be 100% all the fucking time. If you don't agree with everything that I say every time I say it, you must be against me. You must hate me. You must be a ist. You must have a phobia. You must be phobic. You must be a ism. It seems like we say this shit every single fucking week. But then they swear to God we live a diverse life. Diversity doesn't exist in where the fuck you was born at. Diversity lives in here. It's almost all the fucking time a bunch of lying grown ass fucking babies that you know what? And I don't think that they don't comprehend it. I don't think that they don't comprehend it. I think that's another fucking narrative that they like to run. That's the label they like to put on people. Because now with those labels, now you forced to switch it up. Snoop Dogg had to come switch it up the other day when he got down pressure. Didn't Snoop Dogg just get pressure for not stepping into the parents' lane? That's what they give him pressure for not stopping the movie and explaining what ABC and LGBT life is. He did cave. I absolutely agree with that. But that's it. But you see, that's the type of down pressure that people get. That's the level of down pressure. Every day you turn on your TV, hey, this motherfucker's a is. This motherfucker is an ism. This motherfucker is an obic. That shit is not by mistake, dog. None of it's by mistake. None of it's haphazardly. Ain't no fucking, ain't no oops, my bad. No, that shit is done on purpose.
Again, that's him in his own words, just a little over a month before he lost his life. So I don't understand them. I don't know what they're trying to win here. And then he takes it a step further. They talk about a no-go zone. You imagine he's got these donors, they're threatening him. And here is what he had to say when they were discussing AIPAC. Take a listen.
You say you love me, So you can't criticize anything that I fucking do. You my dog, right? That means everything I do is right, and you better fucking support it. In your eyes, because I'm your dog, I can't do no wrong. And that shit better be that way all the time, 100% of the time. Even when you're sleeping. You see how fucked up that thought cycle is? Oh, you disagree? Oh, you must not fuck with me then. If you fucked with me, you would agree with everything that I fucking say and everything that I do. They wonder why people are so fucked
How many of
up
you guys
today.
think when a lawmaker, a man I respect like Ted Cruz, uses the Bible to justify aid to Israel, doesn't even know the verse, do you guys think that's like not the best way to approach this? Raise your hand. Okay.
I think Ted Cruz is Genesis 12:3. I think a lot of people see that as off-putting when you look at the New Testament.
Why?
Because I think a lot of people, they look especially at the writings of Paul, where he talks about how the new flesh is not the same as the people in the old covenant. The new flesh is everybody's, everyone's included.
About Romans 9.
Yes, 9:6, yeah.
Are you Catholic?
Converting Catholic from
I can
Judaism.
tell.
This is my next
Oh, from Judaism?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So you're you're ethnically Jewish.
Ethnically Jewish,
And
yes.
you have concerns about AIPAC.
Yes, I do.
I'm told that by some people that if I criticize AIPAC, I'm anti-Semitic.
I think it's ridiculous. Yeah. I feel like it's right to have a concern for your country.
Do you think that that AIPAC represents, again, I'm not saying I believe this, but I think this is what you're saying, that it represents a kind of cutting in line of prioritization away from the American people?
Yes.
Would you guys say that's a fair summary? Meaning that, like, okay, we vote, we're citizens, but a separate group gets higher priority because of whatever reasons. You look like you want to chime in.
That the entirety of the idea of a PAC is to represent a group, but the fact that we're allowing a group that doesn't even represent American interests to influence the people who are supposed to be representing us, I have a huge problem with. And that's why I've said this before, and a lot of people don't like when I say it. I actually think there's probably like 20 representatives between Senate and House who I think are actually fully doing the work of the American people and don't have the interests of some group pulling their sway.
But when you hear that lots of other countries also are lobbying, do you think, I mean, that you probably don't know the names of those countries, but it's happening. Does that upset you equally, or is AIPAC just get all the press because it's so top of mind?
If those other ones are doing the same thing, of course, I do not think that other countries should be telling us how to spend, telling our representatives and people who are here to represent all of us that they should be focusing outside of the United States. America first. Thank you.
You know, there once was a president who started talking about that, suggesting that the precursor to AIPAC, which became AIPAC, should register under FARA, and he ended up getting shot in a moving vehicle in broad daylight with the whole world watching. So that's a dangerous conversation to be hosting, is what I want to say. It's a very dangerous conversation to be hosting. It is incredible that he is, in his own words, 6 weeks ago, and they're just lying. To that young ethnically Jewish kid who said he was converting to Catholicism, amazing. If the spirit of what he was saying, if he was the leader and was the spokesperson in the political realm for the Jewish people, they would go a lot further. They would go a lot further. Instead, they're making enemies everywhere. And as they make enemies, they then gaslight, they call their friends in the press, they call you names, and they keep doing more of the thing that made them lose an entire generation of people. Charlie was trying to help them. He was trying to help them. As you can see, as he said, I tell them, who's he talking about when he said that? I keep telling them this. Who is he speaking about? Listen to Charlie in his own words. It's ridiculous to pretend like I am saying something that you cannot verify, that Megyn Kelly's lying, that Tucker Carlson is lying. And it is very difficult to not see, as I do, that what I went through in the beginning of 2024 seems to be what Charlie was going through in 2025, which is getting really tired of the pressure of people telling you something that you're doing is wrong or saying is wrong, when it so clearly is not. It's almost like they try to make you think you're in a psychosis, right? It's a level of gaslighting you've never seen before. It's like, how could you say? What did you mean when you said genocide is always wrong? I can help you. I'm your friend. Candace, don't you see why you should say sorry for that tweet? I know, I look back at text messages. I know other Jewish people, they love you, but they were hurt. They saw your tweet and they just said, what happened to Candace? They said it brought tears to their eyes. And I held the line. I said, I'm not apologizing. If me saying genocide is always wrong brought tears to their eyes, then these people are demons. Like, what? Like, excuse me? So that's my opinion. And I'm sticking to it. And I also just want to say that Tucker Carlson was amazing at last night as well. I know he's catching a lot of flack, but what his message was very important. He shared the story of Christ, and that these people who plot and lie and censor and pass laws, all it ever does inevitably is the exact opposite of what they're hoping that it does. And that really is the lesson of the Lord. That is the lesson of all of the plots failing. And here is a clip of what Tucker Carlson had to say last night.
The main thing about Charlie and his message, he was bringing the gospel to the country. He was doing the thing that the people in charge hate most, which is calling for them to repent. So how is Charlie's message different? And Charlie was a political person who was deeply interested in coalition building and in getting the right people in office, because he knew that vast improvements are possible politically. But he also knew that politics is not the final answer. It can't answer the deepest questions, actually. That the only real solution is Jesus. And the reason It's really simple. Politics, at its core, is a process of critiquing other people and getting them to change. Christianity, the gospel message, the message of Jesus, begins the process of critiquing other.
Look how packed this place is. Look how packed this fucking place is.
Process of critiquing other people and getting them to change. Christianity, the gospel message, the message of Jesus, begins with repentance. Christianity calls upon you to change. Our core prayer given to us by Jesus, the Lord's Prayer,
how long is it?
Demands that we forgive other people, but preceding that is a request for our forgiveness. In other words, forgive us our sins, meditate on what we've done wrong, how we've fallen short, and then it becomes possible to forgive other people.
Fantastic.
That is a call to change our hearts from Jesus, and that is the only way forward.
Couldn't agree more. And I will say this, like, I am on this journey to figure out what happened on that day. I'm not going to stop unless Erica Kirk asks me to stop, as I've said, or my father, or my husband asks me to stop, because truth matters. And I think it is amazing that Erica found it in her heart to forgive, but it is also my belief that there are more people involved that are in need of forgiveness. Okay. Like I said, a lot more of it I have found out, and I want to be really methodical about releasing information, but this one, they chose the wrong person. They chose the wrong person to take out. Anyways, you guys, before I get to some of your comments, by the way, I think I went off air on Friday and didn't read comments from last week. So I'm going to read some of those and then get into this. Obviously, you guys already know, send me tips at CandaceOwens.com if you have any more information that you'd like to share with me. First, I want to tell you guys about Nimi Skincare, because I know a lot of you guys ask me what I use to keep my skin looking healthy and glowing, every form of indulgence, particularly over the declaration that Christ is king. It's like a trigger for Jack Posobiec. He goes hard in the paint. If you say you can't say Christ is king, Jack Posobiec wants to go to war immediately, him and his brother. And that's great. So he's like a crusader. And if he was part of some intelligence program that was not allowing any critique of Zionism or whatever it is, he would have definitely made an enemy of me pretty early on. People, really went masked down when I said Christ is king. Post me being fired from the Daily Wire, he completely held the line. I've met his wife. She's absolutely lovely. So I do know that he was a naval intelligence officer. He's never denied that. And if he is an intelligence officer that is still active, then I got to tell you, he's good. I like Jack. And I can only tell you my experience with people if I uncover something about him.
All right, that's her. She's just reading comments at this point, right? In a nutshell, man. In a nutshell, to put it all together, so everybody could go enjoy their night, eat their dinner, etc., etc. There's a lot of evil people out here, dog. A lot of evil people out here. A lot of ignorance that comes along with that evil. There's a lot of psychological issues that people have. There's a lot of trauma going on in the world. There's a lot of weakness and mental fortitude going on right now. There's a lot of follow, hive mind thinking. I think that was Blade that brought that up. Right? It's a lot of scary shit going on. I don't want to be the outcast. I just do what they do and follow what they do and get in line. I'll apologize. It's a lot of cowardness, cowardly behavior going on in the world. Ain't no two ways about it. But for my people, my village gang, stay strong, man, and stay true. Keep your compass pointed at the true north, bro. Keep your compass pointed at true north. Your moral compass, your mental compass, spiritual compass, emotional compass. Keep them at true north, bro. I'm not telling you to be perfect. Only time you're perfect is when you're dead. I want you to be imperfect. But I want you to be able to say that you're imperfect and improve. I want you to see your imperfections and seek out their remedy. I want you to look at today and scrutinize today and analyze today and figure out How you gonna make yourself better tomorrow? This shit is not a sprint. It's not a sprint. This thing is a marathon. And to run a marathon, you gotta do a lot of training, a lot of preparation work, right? And every day you're preparing for tomorrow. Every day you're doing some type of work. Every day. Every day. Every day. So when the big day comes, you're prepared for it. Think about the big day as it's the next day. Do some mental training, do some emotional training, do some moral training, do some spiritual training, do some physical training. So when tomorrow comes, you show up as the best version of you and you perform at the best level. I don't expect perfection out of anybody. I don't expect that shit out of my damn self. I don't expect it. I don't even think about it. But I do expect hard work. I do expect accountability. I do expect self-awareness. Self-analyze yourself. Self-check yourself. Sanity check yourself. Sanity checking yourself is extremely hard, right? Because you can't check your sanity because you're the one that's probably going insane. Call somebody. Go see somebody. Go sit on somebody's couch. Get a sanity check. Get a gut check. Right? But as long as you seek out the betterment, as long as you seek the next level in life, as long as you're seeking to be greater than you was the day before, by whatever stage that is. However that goes for you, however you need to map it out for you with your time schedule, whatever you need to do, you need to just go ahead and get it done. 1 and 2. Go ahead, get it done. And you know, I ain't gonna tell you none that I really don't truly think about, really don't believe. If I say I don't know, I don't fucking know. If I say I'm wrong, I'm fucking wrong. That's it. I ain't too fucking proud. I ain't none of that shit. I'm humble enough to apologize. I'm humble enough to admit to my bullshit when my bullshit be bullshit and I be on some bullshit. I'm humble enough. So while you gain all this strength, while you gain all these skill sets, remember, because you made it to stage 10, somebody's on stage 8, does not mean that you don't comprehend what they're going through. Right? You humble enough to comprehend what they're going through. Called compassion. I ain't too proud to beg. Oh, really? Go get yourself a sanity check. Go to some self-analyzation. That's the only way you figure out shit. All right? You got to ask the people around you. Ask the people that's around you. Put your feelings in your pocket and get the feedback and push on. You hear me? He and I is him. Slim, trim, and built to win. Your humble and gracious host. We try not to do the most. I don't be bragging, and I don't boast. But I am Granny's baby, numero uno, Flaco Fuerte. Y'all know it's a love thing. Every time you step into the town square, village, gang, peace, power, and prosperity. Today's hump day. You already did it for the old man, right? You already stepped out there and grind your fucking fist, right? You done sweat all day for the man. Now go over there and sweat for your significant other. You heard? It's a love thing all the time, 24/7, 365. Either I'm here, there, or I'm dead or alive. One love. Y'all know how we does it. Remember, take care of yourself so you can take care of the people that surround you, and love yourself so you can love the people that is around you. from FDNHT to the Village Gang. I see y'all soon. Abs a motherfucking